Okay, me and Kevin's going to work on charging the air conditioner on the truck today, on the F250. As you can see, I've connected to the low side port. The low side port, this is a 2008 F250, is back in underneath here. You can see where my finger is. You can see the blue back in there. Here's the high side pressure check port. It won't connect to the fitting, will not connect to that, so I knew that wasn't the right one. It will connect to that one back there. I unscrewed the cap, connected this just to check the pressure, see if there's any pressure in it. Right? Okay. Now, instructions say, start it up. Had to change batteries real quick there. Alright, instructions say, start the vehicle up.
Valley Transit Authority CNG buses out.
Turn it to max AC, turn the AC on, turn it to max AC. And then check to see that the compressor is running, that the clutch is engaged on the compressor. It has not. You can see it is not engaged. There's not enough pressure in there according to what they say. So I'm going to connect it, put a can of Freon in there and then see what happens, see if it'll engage. So that's the next step. Let me get everything hooked up. The Freon that I am using has a UV dye in it, and it came with this kit came with an ultraviolet ink pen. And I'll show you that in a minute. But it's an ink pen with an ultraviolet light attached on the end of it. But anyway, this is what I'm going to put in. So put a can of this in first, then see if it engages, because apparently there's low pressure in there. Then if the compressor engages, continue to put the other can in until I get to the right temperature. Right now the ambient temperature outside here probably around 78 degrees. I'm going to call it 75 degrees. So I'll set the thing, but I'll show you here in a second as we go along. So let me get this hooked up. And a Freon connected to the gauge here that you put it in. I don't know if you can see it on it, maybe a little bit better view. There's a little V in red right on there. You set, and there's a center line. You set the center line on the ambient temperature, which I set at about 78 degrees. And then you feel so that your pressure becomes between the left and the right V there line. That's where you want ultimately your pressure to be on the system there. So we're going to shake it up a little bit, and it said move between 3 and 9 when you're doing this. So here we go. We'll see what happens. First time ever doing this. Yep, I just heard the air conditioner kick in. So something's popping off, it sounds like, because I'm not building any pressure. Okay, change cameras again. Okay, now I put a can in. You can see it's cycling in the green temperature, the green pressure range. So apparently this can of stuff that I put in there is working. I don't know that it's supposed to cycle up and down like that. Maybe that means I'm just low on pressure. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a second can here. I'm going to put the second can in, see how we take it up. Looks like 310 kPa is where I want to be, about 45 pounds of pressure. So I'm going to change cans here, and then I will take it up to, just keep adding and checking to that, get up to that point, and then stop and see what happens. Okay, so I got the second can put on here. I'm watching the pressures. Not quite going up where I want it to be. I'm going to set that. I apparently bumped this. Let me get it reset here. About 78 degrees there. Now, I'm just going to keep adding and checking until, there we go, we're going to add some more. It says between 3 and 12. I can feel the can pulling off as I do this. There, the pressure's going up, but it's not staying. I don't know if it's supposed to stay or not. What this agitation part of it does, I don't know, but I've seen other people do this before in videos. Alright, I'm going to add more. I want to get to the top side of the temperature range, or the pressure range there, to be honest with you. That's just the kind of guy I am. If some's good, more's better, I guess. There's still some in there because the can's cold. Change hands. That hand is getting. Alright, I don't think there's any left in there because the can's not getting cold now when I shake it. So that should be as much pressure or material that I have in that can. We'll just see what happens here. What's going up to within the V, I've got to reset my, apparently I'm bumping this when I move it. I'm up over 80 degrees, it's not 80 degrees there. So I'm up within the pressure range there. I hope you can see that, where that red V is on the meter there. I don't think there's anything left in there because the can's not getting cold. So there's nothing left in it. So that's it. So that's as much as I'm going to get out of them two cans. Let me reach back in. Ah, boy, these are cold now. Man, these lines are cold. These were warm before. Now they're good and cold. So maybe this, oh yeah, this is all good and cold down in here. So maybe this is doing some good. All right, it's off. What do you think, dude? Uh-huh. Huh? Well, we'll see. So anyway, there's that. Here's the black cap to go back on there. Just to make sure. I need my step stool. Nice having good tall trucks, but tough to work on them. There it is, on good and tight. Now, let's go in the truck and see if it's any cooler. Yeah, there's cool air coming out. Cooler than what it usually is. Not super cold though. It's not super cold. It's cool, but it's not super cold. I probably need some more. I probably need to buy another can of that. It's cool, but it ain't. That's not super cold AC. I'll turn it off. See the difference in temperature. I don't have a temperature gauge I could put in here. There I can feel warm air coming from outside air. Okay, I can feel it starting to cool off now. So I probably need a whole nother can of Freon refrigerant in there. Whole nother can of 134. But it's colder than it was. It definitely is colder than it was. Definitely. I can feel it. So if you recirculate the air that's in here, now that's even colder yet by hitting recirculation. Yeah, that's even colder yet. So I think I put another can in there and get the pressure up to where it should be. I think it'll be in pretty good shape. So anyway, there it is. That took me 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do this. That's charging the AC on a 2008 F250 Ford truck. Yeah, it's starting to come pretty cool now. And that temperature right there, if you was driving all day, would be fine. That would be plenty cool enough. But I think another can of Freon would probably help. Anyway, that's it. F250, 2008 F250, charging the air conditioning system. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps you.